I'm gonna say hello, everybody. Um, Man, we're playing D&D. This is Orphans and Owlbears. I am Mondo, your dungeon master, and this is a new campaign. So this is kind of like we're doing like some session zero stuff. And with me, I have Chaonix, KO. Say hello, KO.
Hello, Kale.
Yay.
Yay.
Bryler.
Hello, this is Bryler.
Man. Um, Senataki. Am I saying that right?
Yes. And hello.
And simple-minded. Who may or may not say hello.
Simple?
He broke Discord.
Oh.
Oh no. What happened?
Oh man. So yeah, so this is like
Hello?
this is a session zero. Yes, there you are. Say hello if you want.
Hello.
There we go. Oh man. So yeah, so D&D. The name of the campaign is Orphans and Owlbears. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. um I just like the way it sounded. But who knows? Maybe it'll mean something eventually. Maybe it'll actually come to.
We'll probably make it into something, yeah.
Yeah. I just thought it
The
sounded
four of
cool.
us are orphans
Right?
because of an owlbear. The villain of the story.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
snap.
go. That's the big bad. Oh no, I would never kill your parents.
But the owlbear.
But-
The owlbear would.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how am I gonna be a brooding adventurer if you don't kill my parents? Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Every brooding adventurer needs a dead family.
Tragic backstory, or
Yeah.
not a real adventurer.
My last character's tragic backstory was that he saved a bunch of people, and had sex with a noble's daughter. So he got kicked out of town. That was his tragic backstory.
So tragic. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I know. He was a bit of a dummy though.
Too relatable.
Or maybe you get a companion baby orphan owlbear. That might happen too. So we are doing we're doing our session zero, and Simple and Pryler are still working on their characters. So while they're doing that, let's start with KO. Man, tell us a little bit about your character. Like anything you want to share with the world. Like if you've got like deep dark secrets and that tragic backstory, you can keep that to yourself if you'd like.
She's
You can let it be revealed.
hot-headed basic criminal.
Nice.
Nothing. Her family's still alive. No tragic backstory.
Do they talk to her?
Yeah, she sends all the money she makes back to take care of her 12 brothers and sisters.
Oh man, that's a lot of brothers and sisters.
She's the oldest. She's the 13th ish. 1, 13. Doesn't matter. Also, my name is spelled wrong. Mondo, why?
I always spell your name wrong. Every time. Every single time.
I just gotta change my name now.
It's a lowercase k.
No, there is 2 Ks.
There's 2 Ks, and I always. Every time we play D&D.
But her name's Katora Berrydale because her family lives on a berry farm. She goes by Kit. She's got like the Marty McFly complex. If you call her a chicken.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna touch all the things I'm not supposed to touch, and nobody can stop me. Especially if it looks evil.
So if you want to see what people's Twitters or Twitch streams are, if you bang Al Twitch, bang Al tweet. I want to make sure I spelled it right. Here, I did. Okay. So I did spell it right in the links, which is good. I'll fix that in post when I'm putting together Pryler and Simple's little things on the bottom of the on the screen there. Senna, tell us about your character.
I haven't fully figured out a backstory yet, but essentially a kobold bard that uses a viola like a cello because they're too small.
Sure. I like that. But no idea yet why this kobold is going to join civilization. And that's fine. That can be revealed, later as your backstory becomes revealed.
Indeed.
Okay, I think mine's done.
Oh, man. All right, so Simple, tell us about your character.
He doesn't have a brooding backstory. His backstory is literally he comes from a fishing village where he was like taught to be in the militia, but his mom was like, "You should go like roam the world, see the world," and so he did.
Okay. And so what is he? He is a Goliath fighter.
Yeah, he's a Goliath fighter, set more towards like the sword and board, like a basic infantry style build. But
Okay.
he was also, from a fishing village.
Right. Nice. Do you have a particular token you would like to use for him, or do you want me to use a basic token for now?
Basic. I haven't looked at
Sure.
any.
Can pull a Goliath up really quick and get you a basic Goliath token. And then if you've got any sort of token, any sort of image you find, or make or draw, or whatever you'd like, we can work that out. So let's get your token on the. Let's get you in the token maker. And then let's get you on the board.
All right.
Uploading the nozzle. There we go. He's big. Does he have a nickname, or is it just going to be Naragath?
So I was reading how it works. Like
Mm-hmm.
they have first names and last names, so like a first name and a clan name, and then they get a nickname by the tribal leader. So his nickname is Dream Hunter.
Okay, so would people that you associate with now, they would also call you Dream Hunter?
It's kind of nicknames to some depends on if people want to use it or if they want to use the real name. He's not Piggy. But
I mean, like, how would you introduce yourself to new people? Like, if someone was like, "Oh, look at you, you're a big boy. What's your name, big boy?"
I'd probably say Narragath.
Okay. Narragath, what a big boy you are. And luckily, Goliath is in the character mancer, which is good. I was afraid people would choose. Everyone would choose something that wasn't in the character mancer, like Genasi or Aarakocra, because then we would have to like put them in manually. But
Like a Warforged.
yeah, or like a Warforged. Yeah, Warforged isn't in there. I haven't bought the Roll20 version of Everon.
Yeah.
Because it's too much. It's too many books. It's too many books. Because I buy a hard copy of all the books when they come out, and then I get them for D&D Beyond when they come out. And then when I can, I'll get them for like Roll20, like books like that, like the core books, the setting books, and the like the Xanathars I've got and stuff like that. But the adventures, I only
I can
buy
imagine
them to
that
play them.
getting to be pretty expensive after you buy different copies of the same book several different ways.
I know, right? It's crazy. It's a racket. They have a racket going.
I have no fucking clue what I want to be.
That's okay.
No, it's not. I should know by now.
We can help you. Is there something you've wanted to play that you haven't played yet before? So far, you have played. I'm not going to count the Paladin because we only played like 2 sessions in that last thing.
Yeah.
You've played a monk, and what else have you played? I know you definitely played.
Hold
that
on,
monk.
let me look. Well, the monk was probably the most I've ever played anything. And everything else has been like a few episodes, and then it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
We just stopped playing, so I never really get a feel for anything really.
Hopefully, this will go for quite a while.
Hopefully, yes.
It's on a good night.
Does anyone have any ideas? I know it's my character, but
Have you ever dabbled in anything with spells? Like more of a spells type thing?
I did for a little bit, and it was fun. I had a deep gnome that was a sorcerer, I think. That was no, he's a warlock, I think.
Was that in the
That was a lot of fun.
Aether campaign, or was that in that one of
Well, it was one of Bacon
Okay.
where he killed everybody, and I ended up running away.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember the voice.
Yeah.
I won't ask you to do the voice, but I remember the voice.
And then there was Pip. Pip was fun.
Yeah.
I also made a fighter that got, I think, killed on the first episode thanks to Bacon. Yeah, he killed a lot of my characters, and maybe that's my problem.
People in chat
w-
talking about Tabaxi. I hate them so much.
Yeah, I've wanted to think about. I've wanted to do a Tabaxi, but I know you hate Tabaxi, so I'm like, I don't know, man.
However, I would not treat your Tabaxi poorly. Like, I would put up with it, especially for you.
Yeah. Uh, but then like what I haven't thought it out, and if I'm gonna do it to Maxi, I want to do it right. So I'll probably just pick something now. That's kind of. I've never done a cleric. Does anyone think that would be fun? Anyone have any fun with those?
We've never had a healer.
Yeah, I know.
Clerics are fun though.
Yeah. I mean, especially with all of the different domains you can choose as a cleric. I mean, you can pretty much still play like just about any type of character
Yeah.
you'd like.
And like a lot of ideas are like clerics are you're going to be a healer or anything. Like you could go like, was it war domain for more of like a
Yeah,
melee
I noticed
style
as
or...
looking for what is it? The clerics, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different domains.
Yeah,
It's a lot of. I think that's probably the most of any.
they have a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a good mix of like you get a decent amount of spells and you can do decently in melee, so it's a very good middle ground between the two.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, clerics can be absolute badasses. And
You
Max,
just
you are
think
also
what's their skill spell casting mod?
wisdom.
Is it correct? It's wisdom? All right.
Yeah. They are wisdom casters.
Trying to think of things that get bonuses to wisdom.
I just caught that in chat. Archmuffin, rookie mistake, should have asked for a JRR token. Oh boy.
The backstay lineman is evil.
I do pick on the Tabaxi in my in my table game like fairly often. Like I don't hold
Is
it
anyone-
against them, but I pick
Is
on him.
anyone? Yeah, someone is a tabaxi on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like the one person, like I used to just flat out ban them, but I've stopped doing that because I feel like if people want to play at Tabaxi, I should let them, you know. Just because I hate them, like I shouldn't let my racism, control the game. So
I just want to know where this deep-rooted hate for them comes from.
yeah, I'm not sure. It's like I'm absolutely not positive where it comes from. It just I've explained it to people, like, just because they've asked me for an answer. I've just been like, I don't want no furries in my campaigns. But that's not really it. That's just a good answer to give.
You already have a furry in your campaign.
Do I?
My count is a scaly.
Not you, me! Two.
You're a halfling.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, so I really don't know what my problem is. Of course, his name was Edge of the Claw. So every time, like, I say his name, like, it's Edge of the something. It's Edge of the World, Edge of the Table, Edge of the Corner. Bono's friend. That's what I called him last time. Bono's friend. When he crit fails, I say that, like, he stops in the middle of, like, whatever it was he messed up, and he just, like, sits on the floor and just starts licking himself.
Yeah.
But
Or he gets a hairball.
And he's a rogue too, so that would be like really inconvenient if you were trying to sneak up on somebody, and all of a
He
sudden
wasn't
like, you
stealth.
stopped and like had to.
Yeah.
No, man. Well, you choose your domain now. I thought it was like an archetype thing.
It is, but it's clerics get to choose them at first level. Druids typically choose them at second. I think everybody else in the world chooses them at third.
All right.
But yeah,
Well,
clerics
shit.
choose their domain at first.
I'm guessing life domain may be the best for heals.
For heals, yes, but again, I mean, you do you. You play the kind of cleric you might want to play, whether it's a war cleric or a tempest cleric or a life cleric.
I will be right back.
Sure thing.
And they have really good ones for like if you want to go straight damage. Like Death
Yeah, it's like
and Grave, I think, are spell damage.
And while we're doing that, let me add a Goliath token to the.
By the way, I'm gonna be
overlay here.
what are they called? Fireball?
A Furball?
Furball, yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Roll stats, right? That's what we're doing.
Yep, you're gonna roll stats.
Till I get all 20s, right?
Right. No. No. 70 or less, you can reroll.
Big money, no whammies. That looks like it's above 70. That is very average.
Is it above 70?
I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing that's gonna be crappy on my character, so that's good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
Naragath. Goliath. Fighter. And we'll drop that right there.
And I am back.
Welcome back. Now, while Pryler is doing the rest of that, is anyone not experienced with Roll20?
I have a little bit, but not much.
Okay.
Same.
Did you see the messages I dropped in Discord? I mean, obviously you guys have gotten into the journal, so that's awesome. Did you see the message about setting up the macros? Did you set macros up?
Yes, the blind roll in the tools.
Yes. So we'll go over that. And some of these things are definitely different, I think, probably from the last time I played with Pryler and KO. So All right, so you get your player's tools. If you click that button in the macro bar down below under everybody's name, you'll get this menu pop up. And it gives you different things that you can do. For instance, you can roll some dice. It doesn't give you a lot of options, but it gives you like a little dice bag that you can roll into if you wanted to roll a particular die. Just a really quick, you can dump them all out, and if you click that dump button, it rolls everything once. Or you can roll like 3d10, 1d12, 4d4, whatever you want to roll. You just click the button, you add how many dice you want to roll, and boom, you get some dice. If you need them. Pardon. Okay, some of the token menu items. You have light sources. Now, some of you will have dark vision. At least one of you will have dark vision.
I think I do. Yeah.
So if you click on your token, I probably gave you dark vision already. So if I dropped you on a dark board, you would be able to see a bit where Kit normally would not be able to, except for now she has dark vision. And Narragath, I don't believe, has dark vision either, so he wouldn't be able to. So, yep, if you were to do something like you could click on your token and light a torch, or light a bullseye lantern. Let's turn on the dynamic lighting here and make things dark. So the screen is now all dark. Let me pull you up an initiative too. I'm gonna put you in initiative just so I can see what you guys are seeing. That didn't work. Oh, none of my scripts are working. They all worked the other day when I set this up.
You tried to
There
plan
we
ahead.
go. I know. So, Kit, if you wanted to go ahead and, or anybody, yeah, go ahead and turn on a light or something, like a light source. Your character would then be able to see. So, like, if you were to select you select your token, you click on the torch button, you'll get torch light, or you got a lantern. So let me move to you right there. Boop. And you should now have.
I think you need to select your character symbol, like at the
Yes.
bottom with as.
Yeah, you gotta select your token
Oh, okay.
and then click the button. Yeah. There we go.
Aha.
Oh, and I need to set up Mr. Observer. I couldn't do that until I had you guys in here. There we go. So now everybody at home can see that you have light. You could change that, like if you wanted to hood that lantern, like if you were in the dark and you didn't want people to see, you click that hood lantern button after selecting your token, and that'll just make like a faint light around your token. This way other people wouldn't be able to necessarily see where you were at.
Okay.
The light spell and the daylight spells do not work properly. You'll be able to see, but nobody else will. Like the vision from that light, those are things I have to fix using one of the API scripts for the game, and I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Is it Sneva or Sneva?
It is Sneva.
Sneva, okay. Yeah, so Sneva has dark vision already, which is why that map is visible to you and everybody else. Kay, do you have any sort of light on at the moment?
No. I had my lantern on and then I snuffed it.
You snuffed it?
Yeah. Torch. Snuff. No other light.
No light. that's not what I meant to do at all. I'm just flipping around through the initiative order. There we go. I'm going to give you, just to show the people at home, I'm going to give you the torch there really quick. I think. Why can't it see you? Yeah, so this is, the working out the problems. Working out all the problems. Yeah, no, everyone should be able to see you. Oh, for some reason the watcher did not grab your sheet. But the watcher should have it now. That's a weird thing that happens. Alright, so yeah, so there's all that. Yeah. So you got those light sources. The carry tokens in the menu you can use to ride a horse, for instance, if you needed to ride a horse. We can go over that when the situation arises. If I tell you you're affected by a certain condition, and you don't remember what that condition does, you can just open up the player tools, you can click on conditions and click that condition, and it should show you what the condition is. Yeah, there you go. Nothing is working right. That's troublesome.
You tried to plan ahead.
I didn't plan ahead enough. It's kind of like a rush job on this. Yeah, you should all be able to see everything. Let me refresh the screen. Are you guys on a black screen, or do you have, can you see, the surrounding area?
I mean, I see things, but I also have dark vision.
Yeah, I see things.
Okay. Weird. Try moving from page to page. Here's a town. This is the town that you are currently near, or in. It is called Hogsfeet Cove. In the town, I've got some places marked. And we have got, let me share this with you. In the journal, nothing's working. In the journal, the Hogsfeet Cove have now popped up. It's got some information about the town in there.
I can see it.
Yep. There's a picture of the map, a little town information, and some places of interest. Other places of interest will be added as you find them. They don't exist because they just don't exist at the moment. So when you guys say, I want to go find a store that sells Gatorade, which is made out of gators, I'll put a store on there. I'll be like, yeah, the Gatorade store is there, and I'll put a number on it. But right now you've got
a Band-Aid made out of... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. What was that? It's a Band-Aid
It's a Band-Aid made out of gator hide.
Oh, man.
We're blending into Senna's skin very well. Almost invisible.
Let me get these character tokens out of here. They shouldn't be on there at the moment. I've also got some other places of interest. That I am now sharing with everybody. And they will be under places of interest. And these are other locations that you may or may not have seen on the area map. I don't know if they'll be important in the overall campaign or not. Some of them I know might be. Some of them I was just trying to make an interesting area for you guys to hang out in, and I included a couple of shipwrecks and stuff like that. So there's the Hogsfoot Lighthouse. There's a Mad Dwarf Crossroads Inn, which you can find on the on this other map here, the big map. Oh, let me close all these. Moonreach Tower, which is there. That's the Mad Dwarf Crossroads Inn. There is the Sentinel Lighthouse, which is an awesome lighthouse on this little island here that doesn't have a name yet. The Sleeping River Bridge, named because it goes over the Sleeping River. And then here's the wreck of the Edgar Fitzpatrick, which was a merchant ship that crashed in a storm. The wreck is still there on the rocks. And the wreck of the Infernal Traveler, which was a pirate ship that was wrecked some years ago and is believed to be haunted. And we've got some other locale names, like there's like Shipton to the south, there's Oars Rest up here, Hilford, a larger town. There's some towns on this island which still, again, doesn't have a name. On this map here, each hex is about a mile. So, for instance, from like Hogsfeet Cove to Shipton, if you were to take the road, would be about 5 miles, so not too far. And then I'm going to talk about the blind roll, and then we'll see how prize come along. Now, certain things when you make a roll, you know how you did because you rolled the dice, and if you're rolling for something where the result is not something that would be readily apparent to you, like whether or not you know you did well or poorly, we will use a blind roll. And when you do a blind roll, exactly, yeah, you'll click the button, you'll add whatever bonus it is to whatever you're rolling, and then it'll show me your dice, and I'll know whether or not you did well or poorly. And one of the reasons I do this is because you'll have, like, the rogue will be searching for traps, and I'll be like, yeah, give me an investigation check, you're searching for traps, and they'll roll like a 2. And all of a sudden, like, the barbarian who can't investigate nothing, he's just like, I'm going to check this hallway now because she did poorly. I mean, you wouldn't know if she did poorly. And again, that would only be for, like, rolls where, like, the knowing how well you did would give you a clue as to whether or not there may or may not be something there. So, like, if you were rolling a history check, I mean, if you don't know something, you know you don't know it. So if you rolled low, I mean, you'd just be like, yeah, I don't know it. So you wouldn't need to use it for that.
Things like perception checks and stuff to be like, is there something here or not?
Right. Perception, investigation. Certain times I might have you do it on a stealth roll. Depending on, like, how well I think you might be being watched. But probably not. I don't think I've ever used it on a stealth roll yet. But I could. Mex hates the blind rolls. I think they give him they make him nervous. Pry, how are we?
We're looking at what's in a priest's pack.
Okay.
Because I have no idea.
What race have you chosen?
I told you.
Oh, that's right. You were going to be a, yeah, I don't remember.
I say it wrong, but
Furbolg, yes. Furbolg. Yeah.
Furbolg. Yeah.
Furbolg. Okay. Let me make you a Furbolg token really quick.
Pry is ugly.
Oh wow.
Furbolgs are ugly, dude.
No,
No, they're.
I'm the most, handsomest furball
No.
I've ever seen. Yeah.
No, you're a nasty looking bear with a humpback. No, thank
Oh
you.
man,
That's what they look like.
oh, that's so harsh.
It's a bipedal bear with bad posture. Not wrong.
So we're gonna have a furry in the party.
Sort of, I guess. I don't know that I would count them as a furry, but maybe they would. KO definitely seems to think so. Where did I put the image I just downloaded for the furball? Should I download it again, or should I just find it? Furbolgs are like weird in D&D, mostly because not just because they're weird, but they are like in each edition of D&D, they have been like so radically different from what they become in like the previous edition. Like they're at one point they were just like big giant guys, and then they were weirder giant guys, and then just all sorts of weird. Furbolgs are weird. But they're awesome. I like them. I had a Furbolg Paladin for one session. In that, what was it, like the Lost Shaman. That went like I think a session or two, and I was really starting to get into him. And then, yeah, that game ended. What's your Furbolg's name, dude?
I have yet to come up with one yet.
Okay, no worries. I'm just going to call that token Pryler for now. And hope I don't have a million tokens called Pryler. Or, 2 or 3. And we'll drag him to the tabletop.
Yo, if I just pick some cantrips and first level spells right quick, I can change them later, can I?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
not?
I will definitely let you change them later. Like, if you want to just, like,
Alright.
pick some stuff real quick. But you're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you basically have access to all of the spells. Every day after a long rest, you can change which first level and beyond spells you have. It's just the cantrips that you normally wouldn't be able to change. But if you just want to take a couple of cantrips really quick, just to get things
Get through it.
going,
Yeah.
then yeah, definitely. Just you can change those later. And this is the Pryler 2 sheet, right?
Yes.
Pryler 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Sure.
That's what I named the game earlier in the week. I named it
Pryler 2 Electric Boogaloo? That's weird.
No Sundays 2.
I'm not even in that one.
Were you in the first one?
No.
So,
No feet. No bio yet.
no feet, no bio. So let's grab that image. Let me put that on the overlay. Call it Pry.
Pry's good for now.
We'll go drop it in here. And what domain did you go with? You went with Life Cleric or?
I picked life, but apparently I it unselected it, so I had to go back and pick it again.
Oh.
And that's going to change my equipment because I didn't think I had heavy armor, so I'm going to get chainmail.
Yeah, get some chainmail. And for the moment, I'm just going to call you Pry. That is the name of your Furball Cleric.
Placeholder.
Pride placeholder, yes.
Don't kill me.
Member of the
KO.
placeholder clan.
Don't kill me. She's gonna kill me. All right, I'll have to think of a name. Yep, chainmail bikini. You know it.
Okay.
The more skin, the more armor. Really.
It's flawless logic.
Agreed. So hopefully you've had a little time to read the handout on Hogsfeet Cove. Not foot. It's Hogsfoot Lighthouse, Hogsfeet Cove. Another thing you might be interested in, especially if you are a spellcaster, is you'll see in the journal there is a folder called AoE and Spell Effects. If you need to drop a spell and you want to know who it affects, you can go ahead and drag one of these things out of the journal and onto the tabletop.
That is one hell of a big spell.
Right? Technically, it's a 15-foot cube, but yeah, it just wrecked the entire town.
No.
You guys
I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
miles long.
Yeah, you guys are like Godzilla-sized on this,
need
on
my
this
room.
map. Yeah, so you can drag that to see like how many people you can affect with your spell. If you've had a chance to read my house rule things, I put in some notes about how crits work. Your crit will do regular damage plus the maximum of the weapon. So you're only gonna get that damage like roll once, but it's gonna do additional damage based on the weapon. So for instance, did I do Sneeva's sheet yet? I don't think I did. I think because I thought you were working on it. I'm gonna take control of your sheet really quick, Sneeva.
All right.
So if you hit with your dagger, it's automatically going to do 4 points of damage, plus a d4, plus your dex mod. So when you hit with that dagger, that's what's going to happen every time. Instead of rolling 2d4, where you might roll like 2 1s, you'll now get an absolute 4 plus 5 plus your dex mod. So it makes the crits hit better, and you won't ever get a crit and be like, yeah, I crit, and then you're, oh, but I rolled 2.
I rolled snake eyes.
Right. Yeah, because that sucks. Like, if you get a crit, man, you don't want snake eyes. So I should have modified your sheet so they do that.
And if I remember, enemies go off of the old rules, right?
Yes, I do not give that extra crit stuff to enemies because, the bad guys typically, I mean, they do enough damage, and, I might kill your characters with some of these creatures, but I don't want any of you to die, so I would really hate, especially at first level, to, like, have somebody crit on you and automatically do, like, 10 points of damage because they're using a two-handed, they're using their longsword with 2 hands, and then they're going to roll a d8 on top of that plus their damage mod, and then you're just dead. That's no fun. Monsters do enough. I have found that spells are not going to do the maximum damage, because too many spells do way too much damage already. Not too much, but if you automatically start with like 36 points on a fireball and roll another 36, or whatever it is, it's a little unbalanced.
Or a crit on disintegrate.
Well, I think that's just like a saving throw. So is Fireball. Fireball is a bad example. But like Guiding Bolt. Guiding Bolt does a lot of damage. Is Disintegrate? You don't have to hit with that, I don't think. That's just a saving throw, right?
Yeah, it's a ray.
Yeah,
It's a ray.
It's a ray, Disintegrate? So you have to hit with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
like...
sure.
that would be insane. So you'll still get to roll like the extra dice, but yeah. Does anyone have any questions for me before we kind of start?
I don't.
Okay, cool. Because I don't want to answer them. No, I do. I would answer any questions you guys had. If anything comes up, you got a question, feel free to ask it. Parley, you think you're good?
Yeah, I just got to think of a name.
Okay. All right, so to basically start things out, I mean, I've got some ideas of what to do if we actually did some adventuring today, which it definitely looks like we're going to do because we got our characters all ready, so that's awesome. What sort of things would your characters be doing in Hogsfeet Cove? Now, ordinarily, I mean, Kit would fit right in, no matter what. Kit would fit in. Narragath, Sneva, and Pry would not fit in. That doesn't mean that people are automatically going to treat you poorly, but they might be a little suspicious of you. You're all very strange, unless you've been here for a while. So those are the kind of things that I might want to know. But so let's start with the easy one, because you do fit in. Kit, what have you been doing in... What have you been doing in Hogsfeet?
Looking for easy marks, I guess.
Okay. Looking for easy marks.
Being trouble.
How long do you figure you've been in town?
Maybe a month or two.
Okay.
Long enough that I have like an established room at the inn. And maybe a few people know of me.
Yeah, a few people might know of you. I'm about to whisper you something.
Probably sending me cursed images.
Yes. Something that your character would know.
Ah.
Yeah, so you've been hanging around town looking for easy marks. What sort of like what's your game, man? Like, are you are you like picking pockets, or are you like doing more devious stuff? Or are you just like messing with people?
Probably looking for more devious stuff to get into.
Okay.
Trying to make money fast because I don't want to hang around much longer.
Sure. Sneva, what have you been up to?
He has been mostly performing at the Edgar Fitzpatrick Plaza
Okay.
and goes to the Sleeping Hound to hopefully perform or use money to get food, drinks, and a place to sleep.
Okay. The Sleeping Hound doesn't really have too much in the way of beds. It's more of like a tavern. However, the Boar and Toad would definitely be a place that you could put your feet up and get some Z's. How long you figure you've been in town?
Probably a season or two.
Mm-hmm. Do me a favor. Give me a persuasion check and give me a performance check first.
Alright, let's
Okay, and now give me a persuasion check with advantage. Ooh. Okay. Your performances, the past couple of seasons, they've been all right for the most part. You've done a couple of really good ones. The people haven't completely warmed up to you yet. They don't find you offensive, like no one's trying to run you out of town. But they listen to your music, they toss you some coin, and they don't want you to hug their babies. you know, kobolds are scary, but they're growing accustomed to you. But no one's really hugging you at the moment. But you're easily able to get into the square to perform. You have no problem like getting a room. If you play occasionally for the people at the inn, you probably get some a discount on your room and board too. So there's always that to keep you going.
Good.
What has Narragath been doing? How long have you been in town? What have you been up to?
I would imagine he's probably been here a little bit longer, like probably about 5 months, just working in the docks, like hauling cargo off, like just trying to make money because he's big, hauling cargo for people or pulling nets while on fishing boats and stuff, just working,
Okay.
doing the fisher stuff.
Give me a persuasion check as well. Give me an athletics check, too. Okay. That's good. Good. We'll take advantage on that persuasion check since you did pretty decent on your athletics check. So you've been a hard worker. Like, people might not have trusted you all that much at first. You're very big. You're kind of menacing looking. But people have given you work on boats. They're like, well, he's got all these muscles. We might as well let him work. And they have. They've let you work, and they've been very impressed by you. So you've got, especially among the fishing community of the town, you've definitely, you're pretty much accepted by at least the fishermen. The other people don't seem to mind you all that much. They're cool. Pry.
Hey.
How we doing? How we doing, buddy?
I'm still trying to find out. Like every time, I'm like, oh, that's a cool name. I go Google it, and I'm like, oh, that's someone I don't want to, to be associated with. So that's kind of weird. But as far as my character, is there like a library or anything of the sort there, or maybe a church that has books, study or something that I would be interested in? Because that's something I would be doing.
Yeah, very possibly. As far as your interest goes, it's not like a very large town. I mean, they do have a bit of a library. I would say that the local temple definitely has a library. Do you know what sort of what sort of god you're worshiping?
I have no clue right now.
Okay, that's all right. We can figure that out later.
But I would be kind of bouncing between that and tending to possibly sick or injured people so that people would warm up to me. But my main goal is to find a little bit, I don't know, see what kind of knowledge they have in their books, if they have anything I haven't read or anything like that.
Sure. Give me a medicine check. And then give me a persuasion check.
Oh, yeah? Am I Prowler 1? Where's my character sheet?
Prowler 2.
Okay, it's at the bottom. Okay.
Oh, it's still... Yeah, I'll move those around later.
Oh, you said medicine.
Yeah, and you can have advantage on that. You're a life cleric, so you're do. Oh, nice. Yeah, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion. That's perception. Huh.
Okay. So you're probably one of the oddest of the bunch as far as like the townsfolk are concerned. There are not a lot of furball in the area whatsoever. You're probably the first one that most of these people have seen. I mean, Naragath is probably the first Goliath that people have seen, but he just looks like a really big guy. So he's kind of at least a little more familiar looking in a way. He's just huge. Whereas you're downright weird looking. What? How did you describe it, Ko? It's like a bear with a humpback.
Yeah, I was thinking of WoW Furbolg, not a Furbolg from D&D.
Okay.
No, he just looks like hairy frostbitten dude.
Yeah. Definitely weird looking. As a
Harry Frostbitten, dude.
He does kind of look like a
Okay.
hairy frostbitten dude. I never thought about that before. But as you've been like healing, like sick and injured people, people do get injured a lot. Like fishermen get injured. The people have definitely warmed up to you. Rumors of furbolgs, like what people have heard. I mean, it's generally not alarming. Like nobody hears about furbolgs running off and attacking villages. They're generally peaceful.
Not yet.
Not yet, right? So you've gotten pretty much. You're pretty much well accepted by the people. There is a temple, and most of the people there. I haven't decided on exactly what kind of pantheon I want to use. So I mean, we'll just say it's a it's a protective kind of sea god. Is what they generally. Let's mark it on the temple here. Number 9. And especially since you've been like helping people out and healing people, they've definitely been letting you like look at their books and stuff. Like they've got some books. The town hall also has a bit of a library. It's going to be the building right next to the temple. So you've been able to peruse those as well. What are you looking for? Any type of particular information, or you're just like gaining knowledge?
I may be, but I have not decided yet.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I haven't had the time to develop exactly what my character's here
Yeah,
for.
no, that's fine.
But right now, just gaining knowledge, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm whispering something to you that you definitely would have heard. Okay. My final character building type question, as far as like you guys are concerned, is does anyone know each other? Have any of you met each other yet? Are you aware of each other? Like you don't necessarily have to be friends at this point, but are you all staying at the same inn where you might have just like seen each other?
I'm aware of anybody who's been to the Sleeping Hound, because that's
Okay.
where I spend most of my time.
All right, so you're
I have
definitely-
a particular fondness for kobold music, so.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, the only one I think I wouldn't notice just because it doesn't stand out is KO, and she's also, well, a rogue.
Wow,
so.
thanks.
Yeah.
No, but you're not. You fit in. You want to fit in. You're a rogue.
Yeah, you fit in really well. It's like I would say that all of you have seen each
Whatever.
other, but no one has probably paid any particular attention to Kit unless like she's actively approached them, spoken to them, or anything. I mean, like the rest of you have definitely seen each other around because you're all so peculiar.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that.
No worries.
So I was thinking about saying something like, yeah, maybe I don't want to tell people about that quite yet. So,
Okay, yeah.
because I don't want these people metagaming me, man. I don't trust them.
Man, don't metagame me, man. Don't do
Don't
it.
metagame me, bro.
Don't metagame me.
So I'd say probably I just hang out at the Sleeping Hound because it seems like that'd be more the place that would probably be more suited toward a sailor, I guess, because it's the less reputable and not expensive.
The drinks are cheap.
The drinks are cheap.
The drinks
And
are
I don't
literally
have
it.
money.
cheap. They are cheap.
They're watered down.
No, they pour them strong.
Time flies when you're having rum.
Well, it depends. It depends on who you are, whether or not like they water them down or they pour them strong.
If you seem like someone who will punch you for giving them watered down drink, they'll give you strong.
All right, so Narragath is at the Sleeping Hound. Where's Sneva today?
Is it the morning or afternoon?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it is probably afternoon. It is a rainy afternoon. It's not like terrible rain, but like the ships have all come back early. So people are enjoying an afternoon off, whether it means they're going,
Probably
out
the
and
Sleeping
about
Hound
or-
then.
Okay. Here's a clock. I'm going to put on the map, I think. Yeah, there we go. And let's move this to afternoon. There we go. And what would Pry be doing?
You mean for room and board?
Well, that too. I mean, you'd definitely be able to get a room to stay in at the Boar and Toad.
I was gonna say if there wasn't anywhere that maybe the church or something could put me up.
Yeah, I would say that like with your medicine check and persuasion, yeah, they would probably put you up. I mean, they would expect you to help pay for food and stuff, but they would definitely give you a place to sleep with the rest of the like the acolytes and folk of that nature.
Yeah, I think I would do that,
Okay.
but I would definitely go to like the tavern or whatever before I go to sleep.
Sure. So you'd be going to the Sleeping Hound, the tavern there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the Sleeping Hound will tell Kit. Kit, the Sleeping Hound this afternoon is just filled with these strange folk that you have definitely seen like hanging out around town. Everybody's here this afternoon. There are people gambling. There's music happening. People are having a grand old time. And again, for most of you, like, yeah, it's like this is like kind of like a seedy. This is almost like a dive bar, and dive bars can be fun. So there's no reason to not enjoy the dive bar. Sneva, would you be? Are you entertaining anyone, or are you just drinking?
If it seems like a good time to entertain, then most definitely. If people seem to be giving me the weird eyes, I might be
Okay,
backing away.
sure. I would say no one's giving you weird eyes at the moment. They're just chilling. Go ahead and give me a performance check. Play for these people. Okay. So, it's not the best you've ever performed, to be sure. But, you know, it's people. I mean, they're drunk. They're having a good time. So while they're not necessarily like throwing you a whole lot of coin, nobody's telling you to stop playing yet. So the kobold is like playing, and you said before you play a viol, but you're playing it like a cello, right?
Yes.
What sort of song are you singing? Like, is it a Yeah, like, so what kind of songs do you? What kind of music do you do? Like, what's your like bard angle? Coming from a kobold, I mean, is it like kobold type stuff, or have you been like learning from like human bards when you can find them?
Mostly human stuff, not really too much singing usually, but mostly playing the instrument. And I guess it would be considered folk type.
Okay. So nothing that's like offensive to anybody, or songs about
No.
how awesome dragons are when they eat people.
I mean, people might be tasty, but he's not going to bring that up in a tavern.
Sure. Let's go ahead and give you at least. So you've gotten tossed 4 coppers despite like not being on game on point. Like, it's not your best, but you've gotten like 4 copper pieces tossed your way, which is better than being kicked out. So that's not bad. The rest of you guys see this kobold playing the viol like a cello. What is it? Describe yourself. What does he look like? I like your token.
Sneva? He is a red and beige kobold with green eyes and back-facing horns. He wears the sort of an outfit that you would imagine human bards and troubadours to wear, but obviously of a smaller stature. Probably something more like what a halfling would wear.
Okay. Naragath, what are you doing in the tavern? There's plenty of things to do. There's a kobold playing some music.
I would imagine I'm just having a drink, like relaxing after a long day at work, listening. Can I be the person who have thrown the copper at him?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Also, I don't think I rolled my starting gold.
We're just using equipment. You should have starting gold automatically based on your background.
Let's go.
Get that 0 and everything, it looks like.
Yeah, it doesn't always automatically populate. Let me see how much. You took the which background?
Fisher.
Who else needs money? I'm giving away free money.
Free money,
I
any money.
think I do.
Let's take a look.
I
Am I
get
starting?
entertained.
My starting for my
Because I know
my
that the fighter
background.
class starts with 5d4 times 10.
That's if you're using the starting gold. We're just taking the starting equipment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a fisher would start with 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
What is who else needs money?
I do.
What's your background?
Entertainer.
Entertainer. An entertainer starts with 15 gold pieces.
Goodness.
My my explorer spec was supposed to have 10 gold, I believe, as well.
What was your what was the background you took?
I took sage.
Sage. $10 gold pieces. Kit,
Check the criminal background.
15 gold pieces.
Nice. I'm rich. Actually, I'm gonna give myself 10 because I presumably would have given back to my family.
Okay.
Consistently broke.
All right, so Sneva, this really big guy, has tossed you some copper pieces. Now, Argath, what do you look like? Describe yourself aside from like the big part.
He's about 7'3", and like about get into the actual details, like 310 pounds. So he's not huge when it comes to Goliaths because they can be between 280 to like 350, kind of middle ground, and 7 foot to 8. So he's tall, but not like 8 feet tall. He's bald, but looks like he shaves, not because he's bald, and he's got gray skin with like hazel eyes, and you can see on the arms kind of like the generic sailor fish tattoos, an anchor, the dumb stuff.
Right. All that Sailor Jerry stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he's tossed you some copper pieces. And I'm assuming he did not tell you to stop playing.
No.
Okay.
How tall did you say your Goliath was?
7'3".
It's over double my size.
What the what? What's the size of a furball?
Furbolgs are also, I think, pretty big.
Because I was gonna say the average height on this thing at least that I just pulled up said that they're 10 and a half to 11 and 4 inches.
10.5?
That's fucking huge.
Between 7 and 8 feet tall and weigh between
Okay, thank
240
you.
and 300 pounds.
I'm 2'9".
So there are two really big guys in the bar. And all of you would definitely notice the
I just have bad
furball
posture,
as
so
well.
I just look normal.
Gotcha.
No, that's not true. I have good posture.
What do you look like when you're hanging out at the tavern?
I was deciding on that right now.
Okay.
Will be determined, or yet to be determined.
Sure.
But yeah, as far as what I'm doing, I'm just sitting at the bar enjoying a drink.
Okay. So the bartender at the bar, he's just giving you, like, kind of like a weird eye. Like, he probably hasn't gotten too far into town. He hangs out like here in the North Quarter, and he's just like, "You're a big one, aren't you?"
I'm sorry. You're talking to me?
Yeah, you're a big one.
Yeah. You're a normal and
Yeah, I suppose I am. You see that other biggin over there?
Yeah.
The one that likes that kobold
Hey.
music.
Yeah, he's a Goliath.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yes.
Uh, you ever think about maybe like would you like to arm wrestle that guy if I could arrange it?
He looks rather fit. I probably would lose to him.
You think so? I mean, you're a big guy.
I would rather you not.
Oh, all right. Because I got some guys willing to take bets, but he won't do it. He thinks he'll beat him. You know him. He thinks he'll get beat. Doesn't want to do it. So what are you? He's a Goliath. What are you?
I'm a furbog.
A furbolg, yeah.
No, that's correct.
I don't know what that is. Is it like, are you like you come from like fairy folk or something? Like a big fairy folk. You kind of have that mannerism about you.
Could say that.
All right. Not related to the other guy, the Goliath guy, are you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Hey, excuse me, other big guy. Goliath man.
I just keep drinking.
Okay. Goliath man.
Like I look at him, drink from my drink, and look back to the bard.
Okay. Oh, don't be like that. Come on, I'll give you a free drink. I just like to.
I get
like
up.
to talk to you. And this
At that
other
point,
man.
I get up. I come over.
He pours two really strong ales, puts them on the bar. He puts one in front of Pry and one in front of Naria. He's just like, so this man's a furbolg. Have you heard of them before? You're both so big. It's like I don't see this very often.
No, not really. Never seen him before.
Would you like to arm wrestle them?
What's in it for me?
Well, if he would agree, I mean, he doesn't want to arm wrestle you. I'm just curious if you would arm wrestle him. If you two were to arm wrestle, I suppose you'd both get a fair portion of the of the proceeds.
I'd drink a little bit and say it's up to him. Sure.
You sure you won't change your mind for a bald man?
Oh, we could give it a shot. And down the rest of my beer.
Oh, they're gonna
Give me
do
a-
it.
Give me another beer.
Oh, he pours you another beer, a pretty strong one. Sets it down.
Now,
yeah,
quick question.
sure.
Since I come to the bars, I know the guy behind the bar a little bit, or no?
A little bit. It would depend. Like how would you talk to him like very often? Like how much?
I mean, I frequent. I'm not like a huge chatter,
Okay.
so I probably frequent, so I know it. But here's my question: is this the first time he's ever tried to get me in an arm wrestling match?
I'm gonna say yeah. This is probably the first time you guys have been in here at the same time. That's what I'm gonna say. So he's been pretty sure that you would beat anybody that's in here. And most people weren't willing to take that bet, but now there's another big guy here. He's willing to take the chance.
Okay.
His name is Sam. I would say you probably know his name. He's Sam the bartender.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys are willing to do this, all right. So these guys are gonna arm wrestle. Let's get some betting going. And people start getting interested. They start like placing wagers and stuff. Oh yeah, some arm wrestling. You, little kobold guy, you want to make some bets here?
Do I want to take what?
You want to bet on the
I
arm
can-
wrestling? Everybody's betting on the arm wrestling.
Sneva will like kind of hold up 2 coins and point at Naragath.
Oh, he's got 2 coins on Naragath. Okay. What about you? He looks over at Kit. You interested in betting some on the arm wrestling today?
Did you see my picture I posted in chat? That's me. Like, that's me in the tavern. I shake my head and I just keep my head low.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's get to the table here. Make room for the arm wrestling. Okay.
As
let's go.
we're walking up to the table, I imagine like we're walking like next to each other. I kind of just whisper to Pride's character and is like, "This got weird. I'm Nargath. Nice to meet you."
Yeah, nice to meet you. Name's Percy. Well, I guess we should get this thing done.
Yeah, let's get this
I guess
done.
so.
Let's get it done. So people clear a table for you guys. They put down a couple of stools on either side. And they're like, let's go. So this is going to be a contested athletics check. So each of you will roll in athletics. And we'll see how this goes. All right, so describe this arm wrestling match for me, guys.
You won. You describe it, man.
So like,
Break my arm.
no, I imagine like we put our hands together, and like when they say go, you start pushing, and my hands kind of stands there, and so like I let it go to one side, and then like slowly bring it back to the other side to make it so like I can tell immediately is like, oh god, I'm not gonna be a jerk and just slam.
Right.
But it's just gonna be like, oh, like let it go a little bit, like.
Okay.
And then just kind of slowly bring it back.
Yeah, my posture was I didn't have my feet in the right position, and you were all like set to go. It's like,
Yeah,
fucked.
Okay.
you weren't wearing the right shoes to
Yeah.
get the grip.
My legs are just slipping.
Yeah. So people start exchanging money back and forth. They, Sneva, you get like an extra coin for your trouble. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That was a good match. And he slaps you both on the back and goes back to serving drinks behind the bar.
As he's like turns to walk away, he's like, "All right, Sam, your turn."
My turn.
I say that in front of everyone.
Oh, you want to arm wrestle me?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. The big guy wants to arm wrestle me. Let's bets. People start betting. He's just like, all right. I warn you, I'm not much of an arm wrestler, but I do okay against normal folk. So let's see how I do.
This is gonna be bad if I lose.
That's what I was gonna say. This is gonna be hilarious if you lose now. It'd be the most.
I had to pull up a character sheet for this guy. Okay. All right, so. All right, whenever you're ready. He sits at the table. One of the other bar people comes over and gives him this large shot glass full of some sort of whiskey, and he slugs it back. Okay, let's do this, and he clasps hands with you. All right, let's do this. Oh yeah, so he's struggling a little. He's he doesn't go down quite as easily as Percy did, but he does go down. What's it like from your side?
So my question is, that's a critical fail that Pry got. Did you use the critical fail or the? Because I don't know how it works with the way you do. Is do you use if you get a crit fail, do you take it or do you use the other one?
No, yeah, we use the crit fail. Yeah.
If you have advantage, you can.
Right. If you have
choose the
advantage.
other.
You can use that
okay.
other one. Right.
All right. So that's how. Okay,
Yeah.
now I understand what that is.
Yeah. So you got an 11 on this one. If you had advantage against him, you would have had a 21.
That's what I was confused on then.
Yeah. So he's like straining, like veins popping out on his neck and arm.
Yeah, it's like a little bit more. It's just kind of like pushing it. Since I did one, I'm not gonna say like I've got veins popping from the head, but like I definitely put like effort into bringing it down.
Okay.
And it takes much longer.
Oh, he beat me. I kind of figured he would. He's a big boy, isn't he? He's a big boy. That was good, though. That was good. Thank you. I'd go 2 for 3 with you, but I think I pulled something. I'm gonna get back to work now. But no, that was good fun. It was very entertaining. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. He goes back behind the bar.
I think after that, I'll just probably stick with Percy and be like, "Yeah, that was interesting. Want to get a drink?
Another one? Sure.
All right, we just go get a drink.
Okay.
Naragath, is it?
Yeah, Naragath.
Naragath. Okay. Sorry, names are a little not sticking to the brain as they usually do when I'm drinking.
No, I get that. Definitely get that. Yeah.
You change your name on here to Percy.
Did I not already?
Oh no, on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can. Yeah, you can. I guess you can put it. It's actually Percival, but
I'll fix it. I'm gonna for you and Naragath. I'll make the sheets like I got for everybody else. Kale, what's Kit been doing this whole time?
Smoking and drinking.
Smoking and drinking. Sneva, how about you? What are you up to at this moment?
Sneva has been mostly playing the viol and keeping an eye on the arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Though he did duck out on the second one because he doesn't want to vote on either the person who gave him some coins or on the person who gives him his drinks.
Okay.
oh, I see how this.
That makes sense. Yeah, so I mean, things are just like taverning out. You know, people are just hanging out in the tavern. Time is passing. You guys are drinking together. Is there anything else anyone would like to do in the tavern?
Not that I could think of.
Okay.
At least for me.
Yeah, no, the tavern's kind of like for my characters, kind of just sit down, relax, like
Sure.
go back to work the next day and not deal with it, you know.
Okay. Oh, pardon me. I gotta rub my eyes. They're all stingy and tearing up. I don't know why. Okay. Are you still playing, Sneva?
Yes.
Give me another performance check, please.
All right. Let's hope that this one isn't bad.
No, that one's really good. So as you guys are drinking, smoking, chilling out, the little kobold bard goes into a spectacular performance. He might not have been doing so good before. Maybe he was inspired by the arm wrestling, but
Or maybe
starts
he forgot to tune his instrument.
There you go. What's it sound like right now when you're playing? Like, what sort of thing is happening as you're playing?
He probably tried to make it a bit more upbeat during the arm wrestling, and went back to the more slower paced folk songs that are probably a little easier to play.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, people are enjoying definitely enjoying the music much better now. Instead of ignoring it, they are, clapping along, stomping their feet, like if appropriate. Maybe someone in the back, like it's a slower folk song. There's like one guy in the back. He's like all gristled looking. He's got like maybe 3 teeth in his head, and he's just drinking. But he's just like, he starts crying, a little tear, and he kind of wipes it away slowly from his gristled face. You get some more coin tossed your way. Much better than before. You get 8 silver pieces tossed your way. In a combination of like silver and copper pieces. It's just 8 silver is just the best way to describe it.
Yeah, it's just all tallied up.
Yeah. People are having a good time. All right, let me kick things up a notch, maybe.
Okay, Emma.
Let me see something real quick. Pull up your sheets. Bam! Exactly. Yes. Percy, as people are drinking and listening to the kobold tossing him some coin, you notice a woman come in very, very quietly. She's definitely trying not to be seen. She's got her hood up. She doesn't take it off when she comes in like other people have been doing because it was raining outside. And she glances around as if she's looking for somebody, and then takes a seat in the corner. She looks very nervous, and she's just sitting in the corner quietly. Hood's still up. None of the other patrons here, most of them don't find this very odd if anyone else has noticed her. Like a lot of people come in here and sit like this, but something about her just kind of strikes you as she seems I don't want to say she seems fishy, but she's definitely stuck out in your mind.
You're talking about to me?
Yes.
Okay, you said my name, and it took me a while to be like, oh shit, that's me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how can I tell that she's fishy? I mean, it's probably the guy next to me. But
oh. Oh.
Got to my joke before I could even finish typing it.
I mean, I notice her.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd do anything about it,
Right.
especially because I've been drinking quite a bit. I'm just
Mhm.
like, I mean, an arm wrestle has been the way my life has been is right now is extremely exciting. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take it a little slower from now on.
Sure.
Had enough adventure for your lifetime.
Not for my lifetime, just life's been slow lately, and that's a lot.
About 5 minutes later, some other folk come in. A couple of rough-looking guys. Maybe one or two of them, like you've seen around here before. You could tell by like the wicked bad guy scar on one of their faces. And they come in looking around nonchalantly, and I would say, Kit, you definitely recognize them as a couple of people who frequent this establishment. They're not exactly the most welcome here, but they're here quite often.
Ruffians.
And they take a look around, and both Kit and Percy, since like this woman attracted your attention before Percy, after looking around like they're looking for somebody, they see her sitting in the corner. One of them starts towards her. The other one puts his like hand on the other guy's arm and shakes his head no. And they go and they sit at an opposite table, like on the other side of the tavern. And they're definitely keeping an eye on her.
Are they near me at all?
Yeah, they're probably fairly close to your table.
Can I hear them talking?
Yeah, at first they weren't saying anything. They were just kind of like looking her way. Give me a perception check.
Where?
Yeah. So one of them is just like, look, if she bolts for the door, we'll never be able to, we're not going to be able to just grab her. It's like you pull us to the other side of the tavern. I know, but if we get Erica, will have our heads if we get into another scuffle in here. Let's just keep an eye on her and see where she goes from here. I don't know if she's got a contact here or if she's going to just looking for protection. But we definitely need to wait. Don't go rushing in. This is all stab like. All right, fine. I won't go rushing in stab like. But if we lose her, it's your head.
And you said that this person was a halfling? The person
No, she's
that came in before, or no?
no, she's human sized. She's still got her hood on.
Okay.
But she seems like she's probably human.
Okay.
She is eyeing them as they are trying not to make it obvious that they are eyeing her.
Can I go buy 2 beers and then go sit with her?
Sure, yeah.
I
Yeah.
do such a thing. And as I'm sitting down, I say, "Trouble find you?"
I'm sorry?
I said, "Trouble find you?" And I push a beer towards her.
Oh, yes, those two gentlemen over there. They've been following me for a little while. And thank you. What is this? I've never been in here before.
Just cheap beer.
Oh, thank you. She takes a sip. She kind of like spits a little, like she's never had something like this before. She's like, oh. But then she relaxes and she drinks some more of it. Would you happen to know? I'm looking for a man named Francisco, of all things. Would you happen to know? Where I might find a Francisco?
Do I know such a man?
You do not know such a man.
I have contacts. I could possibly find your Francisco, but not quickly if there's urgency.
I was told that sometimes Francisco comes here. I'm gonna roll a die and see what I think of you. See how trustworthy I think you might be. What is your charisma generally?
My charisma is a 17.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I'm also very cute.
You're a halfling, aren't you?
Yep.
I see that you're armed. I have something that I was told to give to Francisco, and I was told that he frequents this establishment. He's supposed to be a taller man of slight build. Has a scar on his chin, black hair, and I mean, there's quite a few people in here that look like they could almost fit that description, but I'm just not sure if any of them are him. He doesn't know me, so he wouldn't know that I'm looking for him. But I have something to give him. It's very important. If you think you might be able to find out if he's here or if he frequents this establishment, I would appreciate it. I could even pay you. And she has like a small pouch she takes out of the side of her robe. And you can tell there's like not a lot of coins in there, but there are a few coins. She takes a gold piece out and she puts it on the table in front of you.
Could I have criminal contacts. Are any of them here?
Yeah, definitely the barman, Sam the bartender, definitely. And I would say that there are currently probably, let me roll another die really quick. There are two other people in here that you know well enough that you wouldn't feel totally uncomfortable like asking them questions.
Okay. I push her gold piece back into her hands. Pick up my beer, turn to the men who are watching, give them a big toothy smile, and raise my glass. And I walk over to Sam.
Okay.
Like, Sam, my man.
How's it going, kid? You see that big guy's beat me?
Yeah, I figured he would.
I knew it would happen. Yeah, I figured it would too. I couldn't turn him down, you know.
Ah, Sam. Getting lazy, getting old.
Yeah, I suppose.
You wouldn't happen to know Francisco? Or anyone with that name, would you?
Francisco.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
My new friend over there, and I motioned toward the lady, she
Mm-hmm.
has something for him. And he doesn't necessarily know who she is, and I thought I'd help a little bit.
Huh. Yeah, did she say what she wants from him? She has something to give him, you say?
Yeah, she's offering to pay. You help, I'll split it with you.
The only Francisco I know that comes in here occasionally is Francisco Cromwell. Old pirate. He used to, used to do piratey things. I haven't seen him in, it's probably been at least a month. I suppose I could try to get word out to him. I could speak with Erica and see if she could get word to him. From what I understand, they used to dabble together.
Could be helpful.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Give me half an hour.
Sure thing. Also, keep an eye on those men over there. I think they're trouble.
Oh, those two? Yeah, they've been in here before. They're always a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I think they might be more this time.
All right, I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, Sam.
No worries, kid.
And I'll go back to my new friend and relay the information about ye old pirate Francisco.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Are you sure you won't take the gold?
You might need it more than I at this point. Especially if you've made some people angry enough to follow you. Possibly harass you.
What are the rest of you doing? Still just drinking, or?
I have gotten up and walked closer to the kobold that is still performing.
Okay.
And I imagine he's on maybe like a little stage, or is he on a table? What is he on? What's he on?
He's on a chair.
He's on a chair?
There's like a little raised platform that most like of the bards who come in here usually stand on, but it's only about like 6 inches off the floor.
All right.
So yeah,
Does it-
what would you be playing on, Sneva? Would you be up on a table or a chair, or would you be using the little stage
Maybe
provided?
a barrel on the stage.
Probably using the stage,
Okay.
if possible, on a stool of sorts, so that he can actually sit down and use the viol as a cello properly.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in my mind's eye, I had it to where the way you described it is they were on the other side of the room, and then maybe he was performance like on against one of the walls, and I was gonna get in between the guys that look the woman that looked fishy and the guys that looked suspicious, and I was
Okay.
gonna get in between them and start doing a some kind of jig,
Okay.
and just keeping my wits about me, but kind of trying to act a little like a little drunk, but just just having a good time.
Sure. Okay. Everybody definitely notices this. You are a big guy. You're odd looking, and you're doing like a little drunken jig. Give me a performance check.
Maybe I'm slapping my legs, every
Yeah.
once in a while.
I'm kind of picturing you doing that that Slavic gypsy Russian dance kind of thing, where you're like squatting down, kicking the legs out. That's kind of what I'm seeing in my head.
Oh
I
god,
don't know if that's what
fucking
you're
chairs are
seeing.
gonna go flying. Oh yeah, you said performance. Oh, here we
Yeah.
go. Oh god.
Oh man, I mean, you definitely seem like you're drunk, and there are chairs getting kicked aside. It's not like crazy mayhem, like kicking stuff around, but I would say that, yeah, people are, people definitely think you're drunk.
Good, my plan's working. Ugh.
You're probably falling into tables occasionally. Again, like not
Yeah.
mayhem, but you know. People are laughing, they're clapping along and stuff to the jig. I'm gonna say that it doesn't exactly like match the music that's being played, but they are clapping in time to your awkward dancing rather than the music.
Nice.
Is anyone else doing anything as this happens?
I'm gonna cheer
Okay.
Fry's character on
All right.
because that's funny.
I'm just kind of like watching from the thing, like, you know, like clapping along a little bit, just but watching from like the bar, drinking.
Sure.
Sneva's trying to slightly alter the tempo to sort of mix in with the dancing so
Okay.
that it's not too offbeat.
Okay. So as this is happening, the two guys who had followed the girl in here and were being shady on the other side of the tavern, they get up and they start to walk out. They, one of them is absolutely 100% not looking in the direction of Kit and the girl. And one of them, the one who seemed a little more brash that the other guy was telling, like, you know, no, you can't just go start stabbing people in here. What are you, nuts? The guy he was telling that to, he looks back at Kit and he gives you, like, that big wide smile, similar to the one you gave him. And he also, like, gives you, like, that little tip of the hat hand thing as they step out into the rain.
I just squint and nod.
She takes a deep breath and lets it out. And she's like, oh, I don't know if it's that strange man's dancing or your presence, but I'm glad they left.
You and me both.
What is that strange man doing?
I'm done dancing after they left, and I kind of huddle back to the bar.
People definitely applaud and start like tossing. They toss you like 6 copper pieces, but they
sweet.
also they toss Sniva another. 2 silver pieces worth of coins.
All these shinies.
How did your friends say when he might be able to have that information about Francisco?
He said about half an hour, so
Okay. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
you're very welcome.
All right, so more time passes, and they're about half an hour, unless anybody is doing something different than what they were doing before, like asking that man why he was dancing such. As people pass you, they do slap you on the back.
Go ahead.
That's all I had. Oh, did you want to say something though? Were you gonna?
Oh, I was gonna say like as like I would say the bard like finishes a song or something, I come up and like hand him a drink and say like, no, do some fine work.
Neville will sort of tip his hat, like not really wanting to speak, but wanting to show his appreciation.
And I go back to the bar.
Okay. Okay. After about half an hour, Sam comes up to you, and he kind of gives you that like head nod, like, "Come here, come here."
Okay.
So she said she was looking for Francisco, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one's seen Francisco in quite a while, but Erica says that he had gotten himself mixed up in some sort of like dangerous business, dealing with some fey creatures. But no one's seen him.
The Fae.
She says if there's anything she can do to help this girl out, I mean, she doesn't really know what she can do, but she could definitely like hold on to whatever it is this girl's got to give him.
I guess I should find out more of why she wants Francisco. Or rather, what she has for him. I don't want to get mixed up with the Fae, though. That's bad news, Owlbears.
Bad news out there is yes.
So I'll go back to sitting with her and I don't know, investigate.
What did he say? Do they know where I can find him?
Seems like Francisco might be missing. Is this a problem?
Yes, I think so. I was only told to speak to Francisco to give him this. Oh boy.
What do you have exactly to give him?
I'm not sure exactly. It's some sort of note. It's sealed in this scroll case, and she like kind of like sticks the edge of the scroll case out a little bit, like out of her robe. And it's a sealed scroll case made of wood. Some nice looking wood.
Mondo, why you gotta give me stuff I'm probably not supposed to open? Don't you remember what happened last time we had a box in an inn?
Oh man, yeah. This is like a different kind of thing, though. This is absolutely a different kind of thing.
Oh, sure.
I open it, I read it, and it's like an ancient scroll of horrible magic.
Oh, look, there's skeletons coming through the windows. What the hell?
Oh no.
They're coming through the floorboards.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be an issue today.
Dun, dun, dun.
I certainly hope it won't be an issue today. There are other issues.
Okay.
Yeah, it was bad. I did like that goblin and that halfling, though. They were fun.
Yeah.
He had some
Ren
crazy
and
eyes.
Stimple.
Yeah, he did.
Who sent you to find Francisco? And where does this originate from?
I'm not supposed to say.
You can trust me. I say in the least trustworthy way possible.
In the least trustworthy way possible.
Yeah, like
Okay.
you can trust me. You know, I'm just like a halfling in a dark outfit with my hood on. You know, hanging out in a seedy tavern.
Yeah, she
Not-
definitely like scoots that scroll case like back into her robe, and she just kind of like subconsciously like kind of like leans away a little bit, and she's like, I think maybe I should go. If Francisco's not here and those folk are still about, I should get back to where I feel Would you take my gold coin to escort me back to the inn? I'm staying at the Boar and Toad. Would you take a gold piece to do that? You seem
If you
armed
want
and-
protection, I would ask the big men over at the bar.
You think so?
I could also come with, but I wouldn't be the best bodyguard.
Okay.
Halflings aren't very intimidating.
I suppose not. You looked kind of dangerous, like not in a bad way, but and you know the sword and. But all right, I'll ask them. And she kind of like girds herself up and like takes a deep breath, and she gets up, and she walks over to the bar to the big men.
Big men.
Pardon me, sirs.
Yes.
I need to return to the Boar and Toad Inn, and
Well, it's down the street.
yeah, no, I know where it is, but it's just that I feel that I just need a little protection, and that nice halfling lady there suggested that perhaps I might be able to hire two big men to escort me. I could give you each gold piece to just if you could just escort me back to the to the Boar and Toad. She seems very intimidated, like talking to like such big, strange-looking men.
If they look over at me, I wave and I smile really cheesily.
I mean, I kind of trust her. She seems really nice. And you two seem like you
How
wouldn't
about
hurt
you?
me.
Keep your gold, and I'll take you where you need to go.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't really like acknowledge it, but I get up anyways.
Okay.
Then grab the stuff. It's like, why not?
Sure. Okay. So you guys are going to escort her back to the Boar and Toad. I think this might be a good place to take a quick break. And if people need to use the facilities, get some coffee or whatever it is you need to get.
Get a refreshment.
Yeah, get a refreshment. Get up, move around a little.
Wiggle them leggies.
I'm gonna refresh my mints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks. So we'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, we'll be back. I know, right? We are back with the second part of two nights game. We got everybody hearing noise now, which is good. All right, so this poor weird girl has come into the tavern.
Fishy too.
Yeah, she is kind of fishy. She's acting very suspect, but she seems mostly harmless.
She's got some scales on her sleeves too.
And she has asked you to escort her back to the boar and the Boar and Toad Inn on the other side of town, where some of you are probably staying anyway. So you've both agreed to go with her, verbally or non-verbally. And Kit, you were going to tag along?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Since what was his name? Since Naragoth got me that beer,
Mhm.
would that have been stronger than normal?
It did taste a little bit stronger than normal, yes.
Oh dear. So, a less watered down beer and a more drunk kobold.
Right. I would say you probably haven't had enough to be drunk yet, unless you want to say like you've been pounding them like since you got there.
That's true. Is it apparent that they're all going to the other or to the inn?
It's apparent that they are leaving. Like this young girl who has come in, went and sat with the halfling went and sat with her for a little bit. There was some talk like between the halfling and the bartender back and forth, and then the girl approached the two really big guys, and they look like they're leaving with her, and it looks like the halfling is following.
Because Sneva will probably try and approach them.
Okay.
Are you heading to the Boar and Toad? Or anywhere near there?
No, that's exactly where we're headed.
The rain is not good on my instruments. Can I come along?
You could. You need something to wrap them up or something?
I can take care of them, but it's sort of strange to walk around like that. People might think I'm carrying something that doesn't belong to me if I'm by myself.
Well, I could help you out with that. I can carry it if you want.
That makes like so much sense. It's like, what's that kobold doing? What's he got there? Hey kobold, what you got there? Some bully tries to slap it out of your hands, you know?
And those are kind of fragile instruments.
All right, so you're all going to accompany the girl. She seems a little strange about the kobold approaching, but he seems harmless and he was playing. So, I mean, she doesn't say anything. And she steps out into the street with all y'all, heading back to the other inn. Let me put Sneva here as well, and I am going to move y'all to a different map.
We must look like a strange group.
You absolutely look like a strange group. It's like I'm absolutely down with like everybody playing the types of characters they want to play, like always. But it seems that every time I say, if you're a strange race, you may get treated strangely, everybody always picks like the Stranger Things. Whereas I'm just like, I don't care what you play. Like, no, yeah, it's like it's a mixed race community. Everybody lives there. Everybody plays a human.
It's because you're giving us a challenge, and we are accepting it.
Yes, and I appreciate that. It's always fun. All right, you guys step out of the tavern in the rain. And you see those two weird-looking guys kind of like trying to lurk around a corner. They're standing there getting wet. They are over here.
Are they the same people from earlier?
Yeah, they definitely appear to be the same people from earlier.
Do we notice them?
Oh, yeah. You see them.
If we're moving south, I would like, or at least on this map,
Yeah.
I would like to put myself in between her and the two baddies
Sure.
that I see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep up with Percival, just because like the two big guys should be in front. Is the way I think of it. So like probably there.
Oh, those waves are loud. You're not that close to waves.
We're in the ocean. Change of plans. We're going swimming.
Where are the other two of you going to position yourselves near this young lady?
I'm just gonna be in the back.
Okay.
Sneva's just kind of following the lead, not really. He doesn't know anything about the two strange men.
Mm-hmm.
He just thought they were patrons at the bar.
Okay, so I'm going to start moving everybody south. As you guys get about here, these two guys start to approach. Two more guys come from around the corner here and start
I
walking
think
up
we're in
towards you.
trouble.
This guy down here, he calls out ahead. He points out, like, he points at you guys. And he's just like, listen, that girl's got something that don't belong to her. If she hands it over, there'll be no trouble. Otherwise, we'll have to go through you. I don't care how big you are.
Just yell back, are you Francisco?
No. Do you
It's
know
not
where
yours
he is?
either. Just turn to Percy. It's like, hope you're better in a fight than you are at arm wrestling.
I yell back to the guys like, so you're saying she has something of yours?
She's got something that don't belong to her. That's all you need to know.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem, and I don't give a shit.
All right, boys,
wrong
take
button.
them. Oh, what were you?
I was trying to minimize.
Oh, I thought you were like gonna just like preemptively just like attack
No, I
him with
was
something.
trying
I
to
was
minimize it, and it's like,
You're just like, fuck this guy. I'm attacking him.
Right?
I'm 2 foot high, but I'm with these big guys. Fuck you, dude.
I'm with my boys. Let's go.
He's like, all right. He's like, take it. And they all look like they are about to start coming at you, bros. So what you need to do is highlight your token and click the initiative on your character sheet. And if it makes it easier, if you're not that familiar with the Roll20, you can pop that character sheet out by either shift clicking on your token, shift double click, I think, or there is a pop out button on the sheet itself, which makes it a little easier. You can still see the map and everything.
Oh, wow. I'm soggy, so I'm bad.
Oh man.
I'm bad at fight.
Yeah, they got some good initiatives. Except for
I'm waterlogged, so I'm slow. I'm like a sponge.
This is gonna go as well as my what's it, arm wrestling. I can tell. Oh wow,
There we go.
not so bad.
Okay, so they do start to come at you. All right, so this bandit up front, this guy here, he's armed to the teeth. He is with a scimitar. You know, it's not really great for him. But yeah, he's just gonna run straight up on Naragath, who's right in front of him. And he seems like he's the boss of these guys, so it's like he's trying to, you know, he's just like, take him! And he comes running over. And he's going to attack you with his scimitar. He rolls a 12. That completely misses you. This other bandit here is going to come up across here, and he is going to try to attack Percy.
It does not.
That does not hit either. And then Percy, it will be your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pull out a great club and just smash the guy in front of me as hard as I can.
Sure. Yeah, oh man, you smash him.
Just like right out, like I kind of pull it out from my back and just both hands just clobber him straight down.
Yeah.
It's clobbering time.
He takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, he clobbered me! You see?
And I think that's all I do.
Okay.
So, shit, where's the end turn button? I forget.
In the chat, like right under your little token there.
Okay.
Okay, this bandit comes up over here behind you, and he is going to try to grab the girl. He is grabby. He slips in the mud as he tries to grab the girl, and he completely like misses. He does like a whole spin around. He seems a little disoriented. I'm even going to say that the next attack on him has advantage. Yeah, he completely missed her. And this other bandit is just going to step to Percival and try and hit him with a scimitar as well. He doesn't. Sneva!
So, the person standing in front of Naragath, I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Where does it say all slots are extended?
So you use Dissonant Whispers on this guy, and he's just like, whoa, what am I hearing? No, mommy? My mother's a saint! And that is a wisdom save. Oh, that's the wrong check, man. I'm still going to let that die roll count. I think the bonus is the same. Yeah, bonus is the same. So he does not make it. He grabs his head screaming, my mother's a saint! Dude, tell me what it looks like when you use Dissonant Whispers on a dude so hard that it kills him. With psychic damage.
I guess they're trying to probably... I mean, it's probably a really bad headache, if I had to guess.
Sure.
Or maybe they slipped and misused their scimitar from the sudden ear pain.
Okay. Yeah, that dude is dead. Now, is there anything you can or want to do as a bonus action or movement or anything else?
No, I think no. How do I end turn?
Yeah. Right under your token in the chat, there's a little pink button that says EOT. And if you click that, it'll automatically move to the next person in line.
Oh,
Naragath. This guy right in front of you, like, you don't know what happened. He just, like, grabbed his head and started screaming, "My mother's a snake!" And he died.
How do I ping?
Right, left click and hold the button down, and it'll ping.
Am I able to get to him?
Yeah, you can definitely attack him.
Okay.
And you'll have advantage because he was, like, he slipped on the mud so bad he's disoriented.
Okay, so like I'm gonna just go to smack him as hard as I can
Okay,
with my long sword.
sure. Oh, man. So he must be too disoriented, and yeah, he keeps spinning around and he gets away from your sword.
All right, and then
Makes like some sort of Scooby-Doo, like slipping on the ice kind of noise as he's doing it.
after, I'll just stay there.
Okay. Kit.
Where am I? I'll try to stabby this guy.
Yep. Yeah, you do. And that will have sneak attack damage on it. Because he's within 5 feet of an ally.
Can I just roll my sneak attack separate since I messed up?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, just roll the 1d6, yep.
Let's see. Can I type that? Does that work?
Yeah, /R space 1d6. Okay.
The worst.
So you do an additional point of damage to him. You stab him pretty good. And he's like, "Oh!" But he's still up. Alright, so the bandit in front of Percy, he is not happy that he got hit so hard with that, with the great club there. So he is going to, he's going to try and attack you again. As soon as the sheet comes back up for me, thank you. I have all the bad rolls. Yeah, he completely, like, misses you. He also slips in the mud, and I'm going to go ahead and give advantage on the next attack on him as well. Which will be yours.
Yeah, I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Sacred Flame, I would cast at disadvantage because I'm in... Or how does that work? Oh, wait, it's a DC, so...
Yeah, it's...
Do I just cast it and...
Yep, you just cast it, and
then they have to...
he has to make a dex save, yep.
Hold on, let me just make sure and read it real quick so it's doing exactly what I wanted to do. It says up to 2 creatures within 5 feet.
A Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
It should just be... 1.
I mean, that's what it says under description, so maybe
Right.
it's...
Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. It must succeed on a dex save or take 1d8 radiant damage. It also gains no benefit from cover. And then just the increasing. I don't know what you are looking at, but
Okay.
what I have for
That's
Sacred
weird.
Flame is just the one. Is it a different spell, maybe? Where are you seeing it on your sheet? Because I'm definitely curious.
Just under attacking or attacks and spellcasting when I look at the cogwheel, but I'm guessing it's grayed out, which means you can put a description here, and then that's just an example. I'm guessing it's a little confusing.
You're looking under the spells, or
I was looking under, well, if you go back to the main page, under the attack and spells, under core.
oh, that's just that's just grayed out. It's just like a
Okay, because I
example
thought
description.
I thought it was a
place
single
to-
target thing.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a poor sample description to put in that spot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, in that case, but guiding bolt is an attack, so it would be a disadvantage, right?
Yes,
All
but
right.
it would be a straight roll because, like I said, you have advantage on him.
I guess that's true, but I don't need to annihilate that person. He's almost dead anyways.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go back to my core and hit him with the stick
Okay.
or the club.
Sure.
Oh not! Oh
man.
not!
Well, you have
not.
advantage on that, so that's a 19.
Oh shit! That's right.
Yeah. So so that does hit him for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You wrap him across the head with that great club, and he's like, "Oh, my head!" He is still up.
Got a nerf club. Next.
Okay. All right, this guy is not happy that he got stabbed so hard by the little lady, so he is going to try to hit you with a scimitar. He misses. This other guy here is going to try and hit Percy. He's just like, "Hit my friend with a club, will ya?" He misses.
So the person who just went to attack Kit, Sneva's kind of looking around and kind of noticing that this is a fight and he might have just killed someone, looks at the person that just tried to attack Kit and is hurling out insults. In Draconic, but still, hurling out insults.
Which one are you insulting?
The one between Kit and Percival.
Okay.
And the look on my face is of utter horror of what he's saying.
What are you saying?
Probably something along the lines of that dragon snacks shouldn't try to attack smaller people.
Okay, he makes the saving throw. So he's just like, "What is he saying? I don't know what he's saying." Nargath. Which guy are you attacking? That one? Got it. Yeah, that hits him. To roll your damage, just click on like where it says longsword one-handed. I don't know if you accidentally just click the button twice or...
Like the weapon's name in chat.
Yeah, in chat. Thank you. What's it look like when this guy is no longer alive?
or think you are muted symbol.
Oh, I am. That's straight in, straight out. I've been talking the whole time.
Okay. That makes sense.
And asking questions.
Oh no! What were your questions?
I was like, how do I roll damage?
We weren't ignoring you, we swear.
Yeah, you kill that guy. He's dead.
Well, you guys were like responding, I think, instinctively to the right stuff. I didn't realize I was muted.
I thought maybe you had your mouth full or something.
No,
Yeah, I thought he was eating or something.
no, I'm finished with my food. No, I just muted because I'm dumb.
No worries. Yeah, so that guy's dead. All right, Kit. Yeah.
Would this be sneak attack?
Yep. Yeah, that hits him. For 14 points of piercing well, 10 points of piercing for sneak, which is technically also piercing. Kit, what did it look like?
Stab him right in the kidneys.
Ooh. My kidneys.
And then put my foot on his leg to pull my dagger back out, or my sword back out.
Yeah. And he just goes down in a pile of kidney death. Alright, this last bandit. He's been hit upside the head a couple times with a great club. He completely is he's not doing well, and 3 of his buddies are dead. He is going to disengage from Naragath and Percival, and he is going to start to run as far as he can, which, since he disengaged, is only going to be 30 feet. Percival.
I shout in Draconic. Like, ha! Dragon snack! Or something like that, something stupid. And I will not attack him because he's running.
Okay.
He's not. So I'll end my turn. I forgot that.
Sneva.
I will be attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
The same as before, except let's see, where's the... It's going to more or less be yelling about how he's a coward, running away from something more than half of his size.
Okay.
Kind of forgetting the rest of the other 4.
Sure. In Draconic still, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying, but... but it hurts! It hurts! What does it look like when you've vicious mocked that guy to death?
Well, I guess I don't think it was too much damage, but it was enough to kill him. So, probably like someone's slipping in the mud and falls over dead.
Okay. Yeah, he's just dead. Alright. Is that it for you?
Yes.
Naragath.
Is that the end of combat or no?
There's one dude above us.
Oh, I did not see him.
Mm-hmm.
I was scrolled too far down.
I didn't see him either.
Me either.
He has just come out of hiding.
Fucking sneaky.
Am I able to reach him if I do a full move?
I do not believe so. Let's see. Yeah, you would just be able to reach him.
Okay, so I can get to here.
Mm-hmm.
And how does non-lethal work? Are we able to do non-lethal?
Yeah, you just tell me that you're doing non-lethal damage is all. Yeah, it's got to be with a melee attack, which is what you're doing. So yeah.
So like I could go for like a non-lethal like pommel hit or something with the sword.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go for non-lethal
Mm-hmm.
with the back of the sword.
Yeah, that hits him. For 5 points of damage. Kit, or unless that's is that the end of your turn, Nagrath? Naragath?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Are we trying not to kill him? Because nobody informed me.
Nobody
I'm-
did inform you.
I'm lawful, and I see he's the last guy, so I was like, I want to turn him in.
Okay, so he kind of staggers around like after getting hit by you, like with the pommel of his sword, and
I like killing things.
he gets hit with an arrow. Kit, what does it look like?
Yeah, he just kind of falls to his knees and then slumps over in the mud.
Mm-hmm. He falls over in the mud. That is the end of combat. As you ran up on him, he was trying to load a crossbow. So he now has an arrow sticking out of him, and he is dead. And then you notice that he's not the only one with an arrow sticking out of him. The girl that you were escorting has got a crossbow bolt in her back. And she cries out, like just realizing that she's been hit, and she slumps to the ground in the mud.
Can I first aid that?
You can definitely try to first aid that. Give me a medicine check. That is an awesome medicine check, and you find out that you cannot first aid it. He has got her right in the heart. Like, you realize with that medicine check that it is pretty much hopeless for her.
She's still like alive?
Yeah,
For now?
she's like, she's dying, and she takes that scroll case out of her robe, and she puts it in your hand, and she's just like, Francisco, Moonreach Tower.
Can I use healing word on her?
You could try.
Moonreach
Alright.
Tower. I'll put the scroll in my
Hold on.
pack
Mm-hmm.
and continue applying pressure to stop the bleeds. I say out loud to nobody. First bodyguard duty, and sure screwed that one.
Yeah, I'll do, I guess, this. Did that not go?
There it goes. You lay your hands upon her, trying to heal her, and it seems like your efforts are for naught. She has already passed.
Yeah, plot device. She gotta die.
She's got to die.
Damn, she
Mondo
seems
hasn't
nice.
written any story for her beyond this.
Yeah,
Her last
and, like,
name was placeholder.
And I just, yeah, I found that I just have to do that now. Whenever I'm just like, yeah, this person shows up, and then they die, right? And that'll be the thing that propels this story forward. And somebody's always like, I cure her, and I'm just like, oh, it's just like, so what's the deal, lady? And she's like, I don't know. That's like, I wasn't supposed to be here now. I hear my ancestors calling me still.
I do not belong.
Amazing.
Yeah, she
So I'm gonna wipe the blood on my pants.
Mhm.
Just be like, all right.
We're not going to give her the gory blood spurt or the big red X. We'll just give her the little skull and crossbones there. Oh, the poor thing.
You take the blood and draw an X on her face. I'm just kidding.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, we should get somewhere dry. To the board. Toad, still, I guess.
Where we were headed.
Maybe
I
like
could
put her in the
sleep.
bushes or something.
There are people like watching, like from the doorways of some of these homes. Like nobody got involved. This is a bad neighborhood.
I'm gonna pull my hood further over my face.
Yeah, it's like nobody really got involved. Sam, the bartender, comes out and he just like looks around wildly, and he's just.
I told you they were trouble, Sam.
Oh, I know. He's like, you better get out of here, Kit. You and your friends. We'll take care of this mess.
And Roth.
Sneva is just kind of trying to pull his hat down a bit, like, I did nothing. There's nothing for you guys to dislike me even more for.
I'm just kind of standing there scratching my bald head. It's like, they attacked us.
Yeah. It's a bad neighborhood. No one's coming. Quick, get out of here.
I didn't just scream a man to death.
So you guys are all heading to the Boar and Toad?
Yep.
For that, I could use a drink.
The boring toad.
Yeah, you make it to the Boar and Toad, where some of you have rooms. Yeah, like I said, at the over at the Sleeping Hound, like some guys came out and they just started like dragging away the bodies, including that of the young lady. Most of the people, once people started coming out of there, like the other people that were watching from windows or doorways, just close those windows and doors and just like go back inside like nothing happened. And you guys make it through town, and nobody got hurt, right?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, so
That's why I was like, hey, someone to heal.
like,
And then you're like, nope.
so it's like, I mean, two of
I
these
mean,
guys
that's-
died from like psychic damage. I mean, so
Yeah.
there's not a lot of blood to be seen. It's quick to clean up. So yeah, I mean, you guys get through the rainy town quickly without anyone bothering you, and you get to the inn. Inside the inn, people are typical inn stuff, but this one is a little less seedy than most. By most, I mean the other one that you were in. So people are just drinking, having a good time, staying out of the rain.
I'm gonna go sit in the corner and totally read this thing that I have now.
Okay, so the scroll case is made out of wood. It's really nice wood. It almost seems like it's like green wood. There's still bark on it. It almost seems like it's living, and you don't seem to notice any sort of way of opening it at the moment.
Smack it on the table.
Yeah, that happens. Whack.
I hold it up to my ear. Do I hear anything?
You don't hear anything.
I whisper to it.
What do you whisper to it?
Open.
Tell me your secrets.
says nothing back. It does also not open.
I'll put it back in my bag.
Mhm.
That's a mystery for another day.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm getting close to the fire and trying to dry off a little bit.
Yeah, the fire is roaring. It's good to dry
You
off.
can hear it.
I am talking with the innkeep,
Mhm.
pretty much just making sure that my any arrangements that I had, like performing for a room and all that, were valid and when they wanted me to do my job.
Did we loot her body?
You took her scroll.
I think
Well,
we-
she gave the scroll case to you.
She
But,
had money.
I can retcon. Would you have tried to sneak it, or
Yeah.
would you have just tried to take it?
I'd take it.
Okay,
She's
yeah,
dead. She doesn't need it.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
got her. You got her small purse. There are 5 gold coins and 10 copper coins inside.
I just pocket those. Those are mine.
Sure. Yeah, so the halfling who runs the Boar and Toad, Mr. Barleycorn, he's like, oh yeah, yeah, no, we still got your room. You know, you're good for at least another day. If you'd like to play for us again today, I mean, we can definitely give you another discount on the meals and another night. Sure. They seem to like it when you play. It's quite the novelty.
Snever will kind of nod and make sure that his instrument is still dry enough to play and is tuned.
Yeah, I would say that it definitely is. I mean, like, you were concerned about it, so I would say that you took good care of it. No roll of anything necessary at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It is dry. If it's not in tune, I mean, it would take you like almost no time to tune it up.
Yeah, I mean, you just tune it as needed.
Yeah.
So he will go ahead and go to wherever seems to be a good place to play or wherever he normally plays and
Mhm.
start performing,
Okay.
which I guess is a performance just.
Yeah, give me a performance check. Yeah. You're playing well. What sort of thing are you playing for the folks here at the Boar and Toad?
Something a bit, well, it's probably still around the afternoon, right?
Yes.
So probably something lively and trying to contrast the rain outside while also trying to not draw any attention to himself, since he just whispered a man to death and
Yeah.
screamed at a man to death.
Yes, you did.
Can I divine anything about the scroll case?
Yeah. Well, give me an investigation check. It doesn't have to be a blind roll. This one, just an investigation check.
Oh man, that's one of my
No,
higher
it's-
skills too.
No, it's good enough actually. It's like it's not necessarily a high DC. It seems like the wood is like I said before, it was like green, but you notice it doesn't appear to have any sort of like cut marks on it. It doesn't seem to have been tooled in any way, and the bark is like completely like covering like the ends and everything. It's like you see absolutely no way to open it. You wouldn't know it was a scroll case except for the fact that it is shaped exactly like a scroll case. Like if you were to find it like in the woods, you would probably just assume it was a stick. But yeah, there seems to be no tooling, no marks of any kind, like as far as like where it was cut. And it seems like it's still green living wood.
I don't like it.
I walk over to her. Oh, by the way, the name's Percy. I don't think we've properly been introduced.
I'm Kit.
Nice to meet you, Kit. What do you got there?
Wood.
Wood.
I'm like holding it up to the light, sniffing it.
And that's what the lady had?
She said she needed to give it to a man who I'm under the impression is in trouble with the Fae. So I don't like this. There's supposedly a scroll
you
in
open
here.
that?
No.
Do you mind if I take a look at it?
I do mind. I hold it to his face, but I'm not letting it go. You can look.
Alright. So I'm gonna look at it.
And by hold it to his face, I mean like, I don't know, waist level? Because you're like 10 feet tall and I'm 2'9".
No, I've gotten down to your level.
I'm insulted. I can stand on a chair.
Well, then I'm down at that level.
I'm not tall enough.
You can stand on Nergath's shoulders and be tall enough.
And would I know of anything like this? Is there some kind of check or?
Because of your particular nature as a weird-looking man, yeah, give me an Arcana check. Yeah, that's good enough for me. You've heard that some druids, particularly a furball druid that you that long time ago, like I mean, you never met him or nothing. He died or disappeared before you were born into your clan. Were able to craft things out of living wood. And this seems like it may be like such a thing. It's like they would just borrow like a branch from a tree. It's like, can I just borrow this? Like the giving tree, only less damaging. And it would like open for them. It seems like this is one of those things. You know, they could make like a chest or even like a home or anything out of like living wood. And without killing it, damaging it, hurting it whatsoever. And this seems a lot like what you've heard about.
Well, I'm gonna get my head a little bit closer to it, and I'm gonna try and talk to it,
Sure.
and I'm gonna try and convince it to open.
What are you going to say to it?
Well, I was just gonna say open. I don't know if there's some kind of. Let me think real quick. Maybe the Elvish word for open.
Melva.
Exactly. There you go. Come on. And I'm using my speech of beast and leaf.
Yes.
So that says I get an advantage on charisma. I don't know if that's the check.
Yeah, like if you were trying to convince it to do something, or
Yeah.
if you were trying to persuade it, or intimidate it, or
Okay.
yeah, anything that's a charisma check, you would have advantage on that. When you say open, in Elvish, or just using your speech of beast and leaf, I mean it would understand you no matter what language you were speaking.
Okay.
It doesn't open for that.
All right.
I mean, if you wanted to try to convince it to open for you,
Yeah.
you could give me, you could tell me what you're saying to it and give me a persuasion check, or an intimidate check too. I mean, I don't know how well that would work, but you see that fire over there, buddy? Fucking throw your ass in there.
I was already thinking that. Try and stop me. Try and stop me. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not to where I'm gonna try and convince a thing quite yet.
Okay.
Well, beats me.
Why can't I intimidate it? Damn it. Or persuade it.
Just so everybody knows, like, those burps are in Sirenscape, like, nobody's burping. So you know. It's part
No,
of...
that's me.
Is it?
No!
Oh. Because I keep thinking, like, wow, someone's burping. And then I'm like, oh, no, that's right. It's part of the crowded and thrumming tavern thing. Sirenscape for all of your needs. Sound needs. Yeah.
So I look at Percy. Can you talk to it or anything? Does it smell magical to you? Hold it close to my face. I wonder what it tastes like.
Does it
I've
taste
heard
like
of-
magic?
I've heard of such things like this, but it is beyond me to know how to open one of these.
I smack it on the table again. Shrug. Put it away.
Kind of move closer to the fire again and listen to the sounds of the kobold playing.
Narragath, what are you doing?
Oh, I kind of just leaned against the wall, not far from them, like paying attention, because like I'm interested in what's going on, but not trying to act like I'm interested in what's going on. So like I'm kind of just leaning against the wall, being like, "What's that thing?" I'll just keep watching. Actually, from me standing over there, can I tell they're trying to like open it?
I would say, I would say it's pretty obvious. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, between the
I mean,
wrapping on the
definitely-
table
Yeah.
and stuff like that, yeah, I'd say, yeah.
So I walk over and it's like, I noticed you guys are trying to like break this or open it or something. And like, I can know how to open it, and I pull out a hand axe.
I don't
But
want
it's
to
just kinda
damage
like-
it.
Oh. Okay.
I was told it's living.
Doesn't look living. Looks like a stick.
It doesn't talk back either. I'm gonna go to my room.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit on the floor with it, and I'm gonna take out my water skin and pour water on it. Is it just soggy now?
It's always the things you never expect people to do. No, it is a little wet still, but it seems to have absorbed some of the water, and a small green leaf kind of grows out of the side of it.
Well, now I'm just dumbfounded.
I'm gonna waterboard it.
I wonder if it needs sun. Or if I'm supposed to plant it.
Sneva, by the end of your current performance, you have gained another 13 silver pieces worth of coin.
I could not hear you for some reason.
Oh, 13 more gold pieces, silver pieces of coin.
Gold pieces, man.
Not
He's
gold pieces.
I'm rich.
You played really well, and people are in good spirits. They were all feeling really bummed out about this rainy afternoon, and you've really brightened the mood. And the people at this inn are definitely accustomed to you. They like you. Like maybe everyone else in town, like the people in the plaza, aren't. They're a little more wary. But the people who frequent the inn definitely dig you.
And that is why he always goes to the Born Toad.
Well done, my little friend. You rock. Free bird.
I run back downstairs to Percy and thrust the scroll case in his face. And then exaggeratedly point at the little growth on it.
Yes.
It grew.
Yeah.
What do you... Help me open it. You know more about it than I do.
I don't know if I can open it, but
Do we...
I
Talk to
might
it.
know. I've heard of someone that might know a little bit more about it. You take it to him. Just need to figure out where exactly they live. Well, I know where they live. I just don't know where it's located. If that makes sense.
No.
Well, I know what the place is called, but I don't know where the place is.
Can't you just say some magic words at it?
I was already trying to open it.
Well, now it might be awake.
Budge.
Maybe it was thirsty.
Let me see it.
I don't want to let it go.
I love it.
I
I do.
try to talk to it again and ask it to open again.
Like, what are you saying to it? Give me your sweet pillow talk to this boy.
I'm just saying, could you please open? I'm not doing anything more than that
Okay,
yet.
sure. Yeah, it remains closed.
Try harder. There's really something important here. Somebody died over this. I need to know what's inside of it.
I mean, technically 6 people died over it, but
That's true. One of them was whispered to death. Something about his mother.
All right, I look at the box.
It is a scroll case, not a box.
It's a little tiny scroll case box.
I assumed it was a tube because he
Tube
said it looked
box.
like a stick.
Yeah. It's definitely some sort of tube. Yeah, I'll even, like, I didn't think to say it before, so I'll say it now. Like, when you were wrapping it on the table, I mean, it definitely also sounded hollow. You know, like there was, like, a root. It's not like a solid stick. It was making that bonk sound.
Can I hold it close to my face?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then whisper, I hate to cut it open if it's living.
The little leaf that has grown, just kind of it trembles a little bit.
I kind of pop up and is like, "Are we cutting it open?" Because I could do that.
If Percy won't help, maybe we have to. I'm holding it close to my face like it's a phone or something. Like directly touching my skin. You gonna help me open it, or I have to cut it?
All right. Could you please open? Your carrier has died, and we need to get whatever this message is to the person it needs to be. And the only way for us to do that is to see the message.
All right, go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Even though it's like living wood, I mean, it's basically an inanimate object, but you kind of get the impression that it turned its nose up at you.
Let me intimidate it. Or persuade it. If you're not gonna open, then you're useless to me. I guess I could throw you in the fire. Could at least keep me warm.
It has no response to that.
I hate this piece of wood.
I mean, unless Percy translated.
Yeah, I'm about done. She's thinking of throwing you in the wood or in the fire if you don't open.
Do you have an intimidation bonus, Kit?
I mean, I have some points in intimidation. Mostly persuasion, though.
How many points you got in intimidation?
3.
3? Percy, give me a persuasion check, and you'll also add her intimidation roll to it. Or not intimidation roll, her bonus.
I wish my roll.
And do I get it? Wait, does that
Add
count
my
as a
3.
charisma?
Yes.
So I do get advantage on it,
Yep.
as well as the 3.
The end slowly starts to open up. And that leaf is definitely trembling in a different way now. Before, you couldn't tell how it was trembling, but now it's definitely seems like that little leaf is trembling in fear. And you watch as the wood just kind of opens up, like you said, natural kind of opening.
Can I
Almost like
take
it has
out
a
whatever's
little
inside?
Yeah, there is a scroll inside, a rolled up piece of paper.
Snatch it.
Yeah, you've got this piece of paper out of it. The scroll case remains open.
I hand the scroll case to Percy, and I'm gonna read this scroll.
Okay. You unroll the scroll. It is in a language you do not understand.
Don't even know how to read.
It seems almost like a not quite hieroglyphic, but almost like hieroglyphic. There's a lot of pictograms and stuff like that.
Can I determine anything about it?
What does it say, tiny one?
I can't read.
May I take a look for you?
I suppose.
Percy, you can go ahead and give me a history check. It's like, I know you guys had no idea what I was planning, but it's like, Percy the Furbog, it's like almost like cheating. You have no idea what it says, Percy, but it is written in Druidic language. Furbolgs are really big in Druidic type stuff, man. They're all about that shit. So it's like, you've definitely seen this type of writing before. You can't read it, but you know that if you were able to find a druid could probably just look at this and tell you exactly what it says.
Alright. Well, I know these markings, but I cannot decipher what it says.
Who can?
I heard of a druid that lives around these parts, and that's what I was talking about going to in the beginning. He lives at the Moonreach Tower, which I am not
that's
sure
where we
where
were
that
supposed
is.
to go anyways.
Oh?
It's what the lady said when she died.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Mm.
I was paying attention
She
to
was
the
on the ground,
kobold.
I was much closer. She was hard to hear. Take me there.
I don't know where it is. I was telling you. You need to-
Somebody knows where it is.
Oh, you could ask around.
Take back the scroll and the case from him. And put it back together and
how do
stick
you
my
take
bag.
the scroll back?
Jump up and grab it.
I already put the box or the scroll in, or sorry, not the living scroll box, whatever, in my pack.
Okay, then I take it from your pack. Jump off a table and just snatch it from you.
And I tell it to close on your hand.
I'm not gonna stick my hand in its mouth.
Oh, it's got a mouth now?
That's what Mondo said.
Yeah, it's like a mouth, yep. Sneva and Naragath, I mean, you're both witnessing all of this. Sneva, I don't know if you're still playing or if, like, after your last song...
Sort of paying attention.
Okay.
Like, trying to keep the music going, but also trying to see what he had gotten himself into.
Sure. Naragath? Simply,
You
you
mute
may be
yourself
muted, yeah. You've been doing stuff all along, haven't you?
Earlier I was muted because I was writing my backstory. I didn't want to hear you to hear all the things. But, like, I also don't want my open mic on the whole time in case like there's a sound.
Right.
What I was saying is, like, I've kind of just been like standing there, like a few feet away, kind of like paying attention, just watching the two of them bicker back and forth about things.
Okay.
But like I'm just kind of sticking with them because now I know people.
I'm gonna hold my dagger out and demand the scroll and case back. Percy's gonna be a butt and take stuff that belongs to me.
You handed it to me.
That doesn't mean it's yours now.
I give the scroll and the box back.
It's not a box.
And then...
It is a wooden tube.
A lot of other nearby patrons had been watching this exchange between the two of you, and there were a couple of audible gasps when she pulled the dagger on you. And when you handed it back to her, there were a couple, not many, but a couple of like, oh.
They wanted to fight. I put the scroll back in the tube and put it
Tube
back in my
box.
pack.
When you put the scroll back in the tube, it closes back up again.
safer in there than anywhere else, I guess, since nobody knows what it says. Do you think anybody here would know how to get to the tower?
Are you
Should
still
I?
holding me at knife point?
No, I put my knife away when you gave my stuff back.
I'll probably ask the barkeep.
You or me?
You?
Okay. I go up to the barkeep,
Mm-hmm.
toss him a silver or two.
Yep. He catches them on the fly.
Smooth.
Yeah, he's
Do you know how to
like
get to Moonreach Tower?
Oh, Moonreach Tower?
Yeah.
Of course I do. Who doesn't know how to get to Moonreach Tower? It's to the south of here. It's on a hill north of Crystal Lake. You know, over in the Gloaming Wood.
Is it dangerous that way?
You know, it could be. It's said to be the home of a strange-looking druid. The guy is supposed to look weird or something. I mean, I've never seen him personally, but people who claim to have seen him said he's kind of weird-looking. You know, they don't get into much detail, just like, oh, he was weird-looking, monstrous, almost. They say that, like, he's there to protect the woods or to protect people from the things in the woods. So that kind of sounds like either he's dangerous or maybe there are things around there that are dangerous. I don't know.
Okay, thank you. It's helpful. Were you with me prior, or do I need to come back and relay information to you?
I was over by the fire.
Okay, go back to Percy. It's that way. There's some woods. Possibly dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been around. While you may not have heard directly of Moonreach Tower or like where it was located, you know where the these are the Gloaming Woods here. You've heard of the Crystal Lake. The people from Oakhart, you know, talk about like, oh, I was out fishing on Crystal Lake. Kind of got like a weird feeling the entire time, like I was being watched. That's why we don't fish too often there. Try to stick to the edge of the wood in our little town.
I'll, since Percival is not responding to me, turn to Nargath. You want to kill some stuff, maybe?
Sure.
Smash some heads?
Yeah, let's go.
We need to go south, not quite to Oakhart. A little bit north of Crystal Lake. There's a hill, maybe a mountain. There's a tower that I need to get to.
Cool. Let's go.
Maybe we should bring the screaming lizard man.
Yeah, sure. When she says that, I kind of... Is he performing at the moment?
Yeah, is he? Or
Are you?
is
That's
the-
what I was about to ask.
he probably is, but did kind of look up when he heard a screaming lizard man.
Yeah, because you were paying attention to that, you were saying, so.
Yeah. And so he'll kind of try to bring the performance to an end and get up.
I'll nod at Sneva and pat Percy on the butt, because that's as high as I could reach. Are you in, big man?
Yeah.
Alright then. I'm ready to go when you guys are.
All right, and I think that's where we'll end it for the night.
All right.
Oh
right.
man, thank you so much, guys.
No, thank you.
It's always awkward at first when the characters don't know each other, trying to get them together. But
Sorry, you went out.
I'm
Yeah,
saying it's
When the characters what?
when the characters start out not knowing each other, it's always a little difficult to get things going.
The ball rolling.
But
yeah, I
yeah,
gotcha.
but now you guys know each other. Now you have a little mission to do, and you inadvertently cheated by having a Furlbog who who could talk to the living wood scroll.
Yeah, I was thinking, man, that's really cool, Mondo. Put that in there for me, and then I was like, there's no way he did that. I just randomly picked that, so that's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it worked out well. I was just like, oh man, yeah, he could totally talk to this piece of wood.
But he wasn't going to. He was going to get it thrown in the fire.
Or axe.
I talked to it a few times.
I was real ready to axe it a question.
It's just not in my nature to threaten a little scroll thingy.
It worked out well though, with you translating more or less the her
Yeah.
threats.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I definitely added her intimidation bonus to that. Yeah, no, awesome. Well, we'll have to see what happens next.
That'll be
I'll have to
interesting.
figure out what happens next.
I'm actually gonna have to do a little bit more research on my race because I don't know much about them.
Yeah.
Homework.
Yep, homework. Yeah, Furbog are they're pretty cool. I'm gonna give you all an inspiration point.
Woo.
Can I eat it?
Sure, if you'd like.
Ooh.
And what do inspirations do again? Is that advantage on? Something?
Yeah, you can choose before you roll. You can choose to use your inspiration point
Alright.
and say like, I'm going to use inspiration on this roll, on this like D20 roll, and like, yeah, you get advantage. I will be moving an inspiration deck to this game. I just got to
I
create
forgot about
one.
those.
That's the inspiration cards. I've just got to. I suppose I could use the Strahd one. It's not. While it's Strahd cards, it's not necessarily like Strahd specific. Because I created some nice ones for the Curse of Strahd. Let me do that. Let me do that instead. You guys can still keep the inspiration points since I already gave it to you, but I'm also going to give you an inspiration card once I get my deck. It's Curse of Strahd, Friendship is Magic. I got to find it. Which I loved. I love that. I really was enjoying that campaign, but we went back to the regular. We went back to the regular Antonine campaign, which will happen next Saturday. If anyone would like to watch that, that's a pretty good. That's a fun campaign. Those guys are really good. Also on Thursday at 11 p.m. we've got Legends of the Borderlands with Mex and a bunch of his people, and that's been pretty fun because Mex is another one who keeps getting into games with me, like either as a player or where I'm playing too, and those games just stop, and it's like it's a bummer. So I have a Mex game. There are your inspiration cards. So the inspiration. Oh, I just stole someone's card. I'm gonna have to give it back to you. I'm gonna have to give you another card. Oh, I think you can
I
block
click
my
on it?
steal. Can you block my steal? I really did not want to steal that card.
No way. I think I blocked it.
Okay. So you should be able to see the card, I think. Let me deal myself a card really quick.
Yeah, if you left click on it and then left click on the card on the inside, it shows it.
Yeah.
For me, I can draw a card. Oh wait, no, I see. It's
So whenever you want to use one of those cards, you can use them on yourself or on another player. You can just like that. You just put it on the deck, on the tabletop, and I will reclaim it to the deck. You can take that one back if you right click on it. You should be able to take card.
I have 2 now. Whoops.
Get all the cards while you can.
And there are all sorts of things that they do. A lot of them will just add like a 1d6 to any die roll, any like d20 die roll. They're pretty self-explanatory, but they're pretty nifty. Let me take this. Well, let me recall this card on table. Boom.
Man, I was kind of scared there for a second. A huge card was looming over Hogsfeet Cove.
Right? This is one of them. Turn any natural 20 into a natural 1. Obviously, that's not a card you would probably want to use on yourself. But that is a card, like if I crit on somebody and I'm just like, oh yeah, this guy crits on you so hard. This bandit crit on you. You can be like, nah, You just drop that card on there, and boom.
Nuh-uh.
You didn't say the
Use
magic, word?
Yeah, so you can find the schedule for all the games below in on my Twitch page there, my Twitch channel, and I don't know. I'm hoping to play more games, and I'm really glad that I am playing this with you guys. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll be back next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody in chat for watching, and for chatting, and for all the hosts. Like, thank you for the hosting. I appreciate that very much. Yeah. Once again, I'm gonna post the everybody here is on Twitter and Twitch, and Owl tweet. Boom, and you get everybody's. I really wish like you could like do it like so that it's like line by line. It doesn't let you do that. Is there a way to do that? Some of you have more experience than me. Or does it just like come out all like one paragraph?
It's on new lines for me.
Yeah, same.
I think it's just because
Yeah,
they're
for
long.
me too.
Yeah, I think it's just because they're long though. Because when I tried to break it up, like when I tried like making separate lines in the command, it didn't do that.
It works perfectly for me. All right, show
Let
him.
me
Okay,
check
good.
something.
And Owl Twitch. Boom. There's everybody's Twitter and Twitch. Follow them. Follow everybody. Because they're all awesome. For playing D&D with me.
You're awesome.
Oh, thank you. All right, so I am going to end the stream here. And, yeah, again, thanks everybody for watching. So, yeah, have a good night. Be good. And like I said, yeah, you can see like other games I'm playing down below. Night, everybody.
Later.
Good night.
Yep. See y'all.